Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Eric Drabetsky, Director of Communications with markkprater.com. Mark Prater serves as our Executive Director, and this morning I want to ask him about our Council of Elders meeting coming up next month, first week in November. But look back first, we had quite a Council of Elders meeting back in August, a special one. So Mark, fill us in. Thoughts on the Council of Elders meeting in August, especially as a couple hundred of us are preparing to attend and participate in another one here in November. What would you take away from August?
Took away. Well, what I took away from August, I thought there were a number of encouraging things from a strictly just polity standpoint. I think the meeting was an illustration our polity's working. So grateful for that. Even though we're still learning our polity, the polity's working. And what I mean by that is that the council, where you've got 74 guys there, debating and making decisions and voting, I think function in a very Presbyterian way. There was votes, and the votes were so clear and decisive. I think the other thing coming out of the meeting is that we have a lot of clarity. And I think some momentum coming out of the Special Council of Elders meeting. So from a policy standpoint, I was really, really encouraged in terms of the nature of the meeting, or the essence of the meeting, if you can say it that way. I thought it was probably our best meeting that illustrated how we're learning to debate in a godly manner. I thought guys were very gracious with one another, even though they strongly disagreed at some points. I think our meeting overall would have pleased God because of that. So really grateful for that. The second thing is, along with that, I saw a number of guys who hadn't went to the mic before go to the mic. And I just want to keep encouraging that. And it was a mix of ages that really encouraged me. So if we can bring more of that into the fall, I think that'll be really, really great at our November meeting.
Hey, Mark, if I interrupt you right there,
yeah.
What percentage of the Council of Elders do you think were part of Sovereign Grace for 30 years and this is all brand new?
Oh, man, that I would say, I'd say half. Yeah, probably half would be my guess.
So to get up to the mic, when for 3 decades there was no mic, there was one mic.
Right.
A few folks speaking at the meetings. This is just a radical departure in just a few years. Now we have a broad participation, people making presentations in our leadership council setting. So that is an evidence of growth and change and maturity
it is
for us as a denomination.
Yeah, it is. And the guys in different age groups, some of them came with prepared comments. Some came with to the mic with comments that were spontaneous, but I think in every case they were shared in a gracious way, which I think you want in a Council of Elders meeting in Sovereign Grace. Yeah. One of the things I took away in terms of where we need to maybe grow, and I put in the area of growth because I think we're just learning our polity. We're only 6 years in. And to be able to do what we've been able to do, I think is rather remarkable, and God's kindness towards us. But I think we have to learn how to debate better. This particular meeting was a hard one to use as a litmus test, so to speak, because we were talking about issues that had an emotional component to them.
Very much so.
So you're going to have guys that are feeling strongly about what they believe. Which isn't wrong. You can't remove emotion from debate. I think that'll always be there. But I think we've got to learn to debate a little bit better. And that would include things, just presenting perspectives in a thoughtful way, that then somebody can understand and then respond in a thoughtful way. I'm not saying that there were thoughtless conversation.
You're not saying.
right. But I just think it's something we'll just learn to do better in the years to come. And hopefully that'll happen in November.
Yeah. What do you tell a guy who walks away from the meeting and saying, oh, man, that one vote didn't go the way I wanted it to go? And how do I process that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if on any eldership, you're going to be a part of a meeting where you lose a vote or you're the minority voice. And you walk away. Of course, you're going to be disappointed, but I think if you've got to learn to trust the men that are around you and entertain the idea that you could be wrong, which what you have to do,
Possible.
and maybe these men are right, and so I can just follow them in that, or entertain the idea, what if I'm right and they're wrong, and we made the wrong decision? I'm going to own this with them, and if it turns out it was the wrong decision, I'm not going to play the card of I told you so. I just think that's the right way to think about losing a vote.
It might be harder to do it this way than just someone roll out all the decisions, because we all gotta walk out. Everyone walks out with some compromises, and a little difficult with the heart, probably a little bit better results,
Right.
or much better results with a collection of wisdom from many men. What about this? I'm looking at the agenda for the council. There's some exciting things. Roll call. Rules committee. What are you anticipating for November? We're kicking off the 2019 Sovereign Grace Pastors Conference with a roll call and a rules committee. Right. But the council elders, what do you anticipate with this one coming up? Got some guys maybe coming in a little gun shy. There was some fireworks in August.
Right. Yeah. What I'm excited about with the Council of Elders meeting is it does give me the opportunity to give the State of the Union. And I've been thinking a lot about that, and I just want to point us forward, and help us to sort of lift our eyes off of all of our troubles and what we might be distracted by, and just look at what God is doing, and I believe will do in and through Sovereign Grace churches. So I'm really excited to cast vision for that. Basically, I hope that will happen by the grace of God at the Council of Elders meeting. The other thing that I think is unique this year is there are only 5 BCO amendments, and before, I think in the years previous, which is somewhat understandable, there were anywhere between 20 and 25, roughly. So I think it tells you that we're refining the BCO over time, and now it may need less refinement. It'll always need some refinement, maybe less refinement. And I'm really excited about the last 3 sections of the statement of faith being presented, even though it'll be given provisional approval before, with the theology committee saying, let's do the final approval next year, which I think is really wise. I still think it's going to mark a moment for us as a council to say, man, we worked all the way through the statement of faith, and now we've got to just work through it again and sort of, clean it up a little bit so it's consistent in the way it's presented. But man, we got a good statement of faith, and celebrate that a bit.
Oh, that is very encouraging. Thanks for how you lead those meetings. That'll be. I'm looking forward to that moment where you got a body of men that around the globe who have written a new statement of faith. We don't do that very often in our churches, thank the Lord. And but it's going to be finished, and that is something to celebrate. That'll be a moment in that room. Thanks for chairing. Do you like chairing the Council of Elders sessions? Is this one of your favorite parts of being executive director?
I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite parts, but but I'm learning to do it. I don't know how good I am at it, but I'm learning to do it, and glad to serve in that way.
Now, you have led us through some of the most important ones, the first ones. So thanks, Mark.
Yeah, good talking to you.
Thank you for watching. If you have questions or comments, Mark would love to hear from you. For more videos like this, hit subscribe on YouTube or by email at markkprater.com.